Hi, Kaiser. Welcome back to this our review of the Kamen Rider build, raising the hazard level. I'm your host, Stratos. Here with me today we have
Cinder Blaze.
And Makotoa.
Boys, welcome back to day 5 of Toku Week. And, if you don't know what that means, at the end of this episode, we're going to be announcing a new shirt down in the description below. But we've got a review to do. So, guys, what did you think about these 3 parts of raising the hazard level?
Utsumi happened. He existed.
Yeah. So we're watching this after build episode 48, and we haven't gotten to 9 yet. So we're really not planning on sort of spoiling anything in between what was supposed to have been going on. Like, if you're watching this in order, you won't, get screwed out of, or screwed into information.
Yeah. It's really hard to review this episode based on like where it lies chronologically, because a lot of Utsumi's character that we see like after this chronologically kind of like factors into our impression of the character.
Right.
But just go ahead.
How that really, because like I just want to say that through that lens, it is still a cohesive story for that character.
Yeah. Like the way they did decide to insert him into like the timeline just made sense.
I definitely feel this is like a canonical thing that is easily like, oh yeah, I'd recommend somebody to watch this part. In that, yeah.
So like, watch along for this as
well. Oh, it is glorious,
stellar.
And the best part was when it was happening. Halfway through, Michael was not having it. And we slowly break him over the course of the entire thing. And then at the end, he finally breaks and he joins in on the fun.
You're gonna spoil it for them now, huh?
Please
give them something
check
to
out
look
our
forward
watch
to.
along.
Goes with the entire thing. Alright, but let's actually focus on the episode at hand, where we see Build actually like trying out all of his best matches, kind of seeing how to fight with them, because he wants to have like the best matchup against Grease without, resorting to his what's it called, the hazard trigger.
He does want to have the best match up against Grease.
Same bike and all that.
But
I did like how they put in the plot thread of Sento developing the technology, because like normally we don't get to see him develop those new gadgets. Sometimes they sort of just appear, but we see him gathering the information needed to make a device for the hazard trigger release.
So
that in itself was pretty neat to see.
Yeah, and Utsumi also creating some of the power-ups on like the other side of things for the antagonists. So it's nice to see like those two scientists like actually doing stuff and like progressing the series forward.
Yeah,
because that's what science is supposed to do.
Oh, yeah. There were some pretty good emotional beats hit by both Sento and Misora as well. And I feel like that is a very integral part of the series, and that's another reason why this works so well. Because the episode we watched prior to this, the Hyper Battle DVD, I felt maybe a little jokey, and not like when they tried to have a little bit of heart, it fell flat because of the tone of the rest of it. But here, we had a pretty good balance of jokey nature with Sento testing his bottles, and just the beats that he hits with Misora. Also, it is painfully obvious that only 3 people, 3 out-of-suit actors were paid to be here.
Yes.
Where's Banjo? I don't know, we didn't pay him.
I mean, his face showed up. We saw him on the map.
Yeah. No,
no, actually, no, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it was just 3. And then I want to say, before I forget, I think we should give props to the best dive kick or rider kick, possibly. Well, at least. What am I trying to say? I really liked this rider kick from this episode.
It was one of the most impressive rider kicks. That we've seen from Bill.
It went places that's like.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird too, because like everything else made it feel like a somewhat budget episode. I mean, yeah, like we did see a lot of special effects for every single suit. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe it wasn't the cheapest episode to produce because of all those special effects.
No, you see, because like the sort of slamming motion for the suits, like the 2 suit halves, that slamming motion, that sort of simplification of that animation has been used in the show itself that I've noticed. So like this falls right in line with some of those. Even though we didn't get like the full on.
Yeah. But there wasn't nearly as much of like out of suit action. Like for the most part, they were in their suits. I would feel like in this episode. But yeah, but the whale kick kind of stood out to like us in general, just because compared to all the kicks in the entire series, that's the one that actually felt like. Oh shit, that kick's gonna fucking hurt.
It was ridiculous. It got kind of loony along the way, and that's also part of the fun.
I'd say that it could take a pretty big chunk out of the moon.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do another one of those jokes.
What? He did in the middle of it, he did sort of fly Kaiser.
Okay. Okay, there it is.
Oh, we're doing it here too. All right.
Why not?
Goodness.
Yeah. Oh, it was
a good kick.
Yeah, but it was also like hilarious at the end when it was kind of ironic at the end where the bike Kaiser got defeated by a bike.
By the same bike.
Oh shoot! I don't think there's like any.
Not really.
To really analyze that. It's fun to see.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable to watch. You got a little bit more, screen time with Utsumi, which, if you like that character, there you go.
Yeah.
I like that character, but like in this 3-parter. One thing really like stood out to me was his face, because we don't really see his face too much in like the regular show. His glasses look kind of weird. They look like those like kids sunglasses, like that kind of like design. So to see a grown man kind of wear them, it's kind of funny.
Are you making fun of that guy's eye, Kaiser? Guys, thanks for watching. Please watch our watch along. It is legitimately one of the funnest things I've ever done.
Please just go to the video and dislike it, and then
please. I don't care. It is so good. And hey, speaking of so good, down in the description below, we have a link to our Redbubble, and it has our brand new line of shirts called, well, we like to call it Gentoku Translated, where we take his funny shirts and translate them into English. This week, we have up Agreed! Agreed is up on our shop, and if you know anything, you probably know what tomorrow's shirt's gonna be, but we'll reveal it for you and upload it tomorrow when that happens, because that's the thing that we do. Guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
See you.
Later.
Alex, come on.
I said bye Kaiser already, so I can't say it again.
Oh. Why? Why, Kaiser?
Because I thought we were actually saying bye, but then you forgot to do the rest of the outro. So I was like, oh, well, that was an awkward timing.
You're gonna make me cry, Kaiser.